First up, I just want to point out something I posted in my last video. Comics Elite, the latest shipment, had damages that were the result of improper packaging. Comics Elite was totally awesome about it. They decided to replace all the comics. I just had to send them pictures of what was damaged and show them the damages, which is more than fair. And so, I mean, I'm just going to go over this real quick, but they replaced the Death Metal, the Batman Superman, Department of Truth, Red Sonja, Something is Killing the Children, Whee! And the Mirka Indolfo's Unsacred, and Dynamite by Lucio Purio, number 4. So that's really awesome of them. It's a good sign that it's the first problem I've ever had to contact them about, and they were more than happy to fix the issue. So that's a really good sign, and I really appreciate Comics Elite doing that. That's exactly how it should go. I didn't even have to ship anything back in this case, so just bravo to them for handling that correctly. So on the heels of saying that, interesting issue that I'm about to email them about. I just got this shipment back from the post office. So look, I don't mind going big on Star Wars High Republic Adventures number 1. That's totally fine. However, I didn't intend to go that big. I ordered 5 copies. I got 10. And no, they weren't just being super awesome. I don't think so anyway. Because I did also order 5 copies of Star Wars High Republic, the regular series, number 2. And I got 0 copies of that. So pretty sure what happened is they just swapped those 2. So I'm gonna have to contact them about that and see what we're gonna do about that. That should be interesting. Anyways, yeah, hopefully there's a couple 9.8s in there, right? I got Last Ronin 3rd printing, and concluding our awkward sized comics, Birds of Prey, the magazine style Black Label number 4, 2 copies of the 2nd printing of Amazing Spider-Man 55. I got this is the Black History Month cover, but I think it's just a cool Blade cover for Avengers number 42. And then I got the Timeless cover to go with my set. I'm pretty sure I have every Timeless cover to date, at least one of every cover, I want to say. Very cool Cimmerian Frost Giant's Daughter homage to Wolverine to Wolverine 27. These 2 covers for Deep Beyond, thought they were very cool. I got a copy of Fear Case number 1. Just a neat cover. Got DC's Future State Next Batman number 3. I went with the B cover. I went with the A cover for Swamp Thing number 2, the Future State. Got 2 of the Frizzen covers for Future State Wonder Woman number 2, right? Yeah, number 2. Got 2 different covers for the Immortal Hulk 43. These were pre-ordered. I didn't know about the panel that has some either very unfortunate accidental or very intentional anti-Semitic content. Didn't know about that. I think Marvel's stance on this is they're not recalling those issues, but they are in reprints not going to print that panel or change it, and that they are going to alter the digital release for that comic. King in Black, Black Knight number 1. I've heard all around that's a snooze fest, which is too bad. I was excited for that. Luna number 1. Just a cool cover. Heard mixed reviews on that one. I got the regular cover for Maniac of New York number 1, not the super cool 1 in 10 or 1 in 15 variant that everybody wants. Picked up a couple of these because I thought it might be some kind of key dealing with the King in Black spoilers. Death of Century. Got the Liefeld cover for Dead Game number 3. Got a couple copies of Sonya Versal number 1 cosplay cover and the A cover. Got the Headshot Art Adams Strange Academy, the A and B cover for Venom, or the A cover and the Stigman cover, I should say. X Factor, picked up that. I picked up a book from eBay. There's a really cool theory. I picked it up on the Very Gary WandaVision spoiler review that they put up last week about who could be responsible for what's happening in WandaVision. Spoilers for WandaVision, although I'm not going to get super into it, but I am going to spoil the end of the last episode. So here's your spoiler warning. If you haven't caught up with WandaVision, skip ahead till I show past when I show the next comic. The whole thing with Quicksilver appearing Evan Peters reprising his role as Quicksilver, the Fox version of Quicksilver, though, not the what's his name, Aaron Taylor. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name right now. The MCU Quicksilver was not in this episode. Obviously, most of you probably watched that by now. So there's some theories about what could be happening. One theory that was really cool, that was proposed by Matt on that thread, on that video, is that it could be Chthon. Not a character many people have heard of unless you're an old school Avengers fan. But this is his first appearance. That's Chthon right there. And it's really cool. I'll link to that video because I think you should go check out his take on what happened. But there's a few comics that he recommended specking on. That's one of them. That's also the first appearance of Magneto's wife, Magda. So that's its own key on its own right. And Chthon is also, I mean, that's his first appearance, whether that has a connection to WandaVision or not. So if either of those characters have any kind of impact in the MCU, then there you go. How Chthon, in his case, is essentially the way it was described is sort of like the antithesis to Doctor Strange. And considering that Doctor Strange is going to continue to be a huge part of the MCU and they're doing the multiverse of madness and all that, there's a really good chance that something with Chthon pops up, or at least some mention, which could drive the price of that book up. It's double key. Can't go wrong with that. Next thing I got is a newsstand version of Star Wars 2. It's in probably like 7.75 shape. That's the first Han Solo and Chewbacca. And then the last order I got, most of it's here, although 2 comics from this order I won't be getting for a very long time. It's a seller on eBay. His name is Hulk Nuts. And I've avoided saying his name. I wanted to double check with him to make sure that was okay. He's a former YouTuber and part of the comics community, still obviously very much a part of the comics community. And you can go check out his page. I'll throw the text down below and in the description, so you can go check out his page. He offers great sales on stuff. Go check him out. He threw in a freebie, it looks like. Either that or I don't remember claiming that one. So I think he just threw in that freebie. That's a new X-Men number 153. I picked up, so I'll show this comic. I picked up this Alpha Flight 17, and obviously a really cool John Byrne cover. If you know the deal with this comic, it's essentially the B story to, or the alternate version of the story from X-Men 109, which is the first appearance of Vindicator, later Guardian of Alpha Flight fame. This one, I mean, obviously it's not his first appearance, it came out afterwards, but this is sort of Alpha Flight's perspective on what happened, basically. Kind of a retelling of that story, so that's pretty cool. I also picked up X-Men 109 from him, and I'm actually going through somebody he knows local to him that does pressing, and we'll submit it to CGC. Trying out a different presser, just going to see how that works, and they have some pretty good results, so I'm pretty excited to see how that turns out. It'll be a long time before I get that book back. CGC is super backed up, so it'll be a while, but eventually I'll show that one too. And then I picked up kind of the Beta Ray Bill trilogy. So I got Thor 338 there, and Thor 339. And then I also got Thor 337, which is the big first appearance of Beta Ray Bill. And that's one I'm also getting submitted to CGC. That one's a newsstand. Have some pretty high hopes for both the X-Men 109 and the Thor 337 to come back in pretty high grades for those books. Not 9/8, but high, especially after a good press and clean. So really excited to get those books back, and thanks for checking out this other chunk of the video. Let's see if I have anything else coming up next. Amazing Spider-Man 58, first printing. Daredevil 26, the Alien cover. Daredevil 26, this is the cover that's the parallel to the Daredevil himself on the cover, Elektra in the same pose. All right, we got issue 1 of The Courier. That's the Sun Kamanaki cover. Fantastic Four 28. Fantastic Four 28 with the Marvel Alien cover. Future State Aquaman #1. Star Wars The High Republic #1 second printing. Strange Academy #7. Red Sonja and the Price of Blood issue 2. That's the Sidem cover. Future State Suicide Squad #1. Future State Legion of Superheroes #1. Both of those I went with the B cover. I did the Future State, the next Batman box, which came with a bunch of mystery box covers. Joker, You're the Villain #1. The trade dress, I have the Virgin came in the last mystery box I got, so now I have the set. I've already got this I think I got this in the Juggernaut box that they did, the Kyle Hotz cover. This is DC Crimes of Passion #1. I got Punchline show cover. If you watched my last video, I actually got the black and white version of this cover, the actual Virgin, in the last mystery box, so that's kind of funny. So 2 similar pickups there. And got the trade dress. Oh boy, is that... I don't think that was Zerdy, but that Punchline #1. And I already have the minimal trade dress on that. And then along with that box, of course, since it was the next Batman box, you got the 2 covers that came with that, the Hotz and the Kirkham. And along similar lines, this wasn't part of the box, but I did get Dark Detective Future State #2, Strange Academy 7, the character spotlight cover, X-Men 17 Alien cover. Picked up 3 of the Wolverine Alien cover because I thought that was pretty cool. Goes pretty well with the Venom one they did too. And the A cover for Wolverine 9, which I think is just a neat cover. I like all the 3 Claws straight up covers, like the Wolverine Infinity Watch, I think it was #1, where he has the 3. And a Werewolf by Night #4 variant. Pretty cool. I like how you can see the gross steamy smell coming out of his mouth. And then obviously this was ordered around Christmas time. Got the Zerdy Girls Christmas cover that I can show you 80% of. All right, that was it for that Comics Elite shipment. Thank you everybody for following along on this week's Comics Haul. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. I'll be back next week on Monday with another week's worth of hauls. I also have a video coming out this Wednesday that details a trip I took to my local comic shop, and it ended badly. I will say that it is a bit of a rant video, and I will tell you ahead of time, I'm never going back to that local comic shop. So if you want the details of that story, make sure to keep your eyes peeled for that video coming out. And I just want to remind you, as always, hey, read comics every day.